Thank you so much, Sarah, for that beautiful rendition. Sitaram devotees joining us both in person and online for Maha Lakshmi Narayan Mandir's 7th session of Bhagawat Katha. I hope your stay with us this evening is auspicious and divine as we wait in great anticipation for the Vyas of tonight's pravachan, Pandit Neil Dev. As Ved Puja would have been performed by the spiritual leader, practicing Pandit and my Guruji, Pandit Jageshwar Sharma, along with my brothers, the Brahmachari, under his guidance, we would have our talented kirtan mandali keeping you entertained at the feet of none other than the Lord and Supreme, that Paramatma, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. With that said, if I could please ask Dashana to go ahead with the next bhajan as we keep our minds on the name of divine. Also, right after that, I would like to cue up Anisa to sing right after that. Thank you.
Madhava Maidana Murari Jai Madhava Maidana Murari Jai Madhava Maidana Murari Murari Madhava Maidana Murari Keshava
Jai Maha Madana Murari. Thank you to Shana for that amazing bhajan to Lord Krishna. As Anisa makes her way to the harmonium, I would like Shay to cue up his rendition. Thank you, Anissa, for that rendition. As Shay makes his way to the harmonium, could we have Divya queue up to give her rendition? Thank you.
मीठे रस से परोरी राधा रानी लागे माने खैरो कैरो यमुना जीरो खाने लागे माने खैरो कैरो यमुना जीरो खाने लागे मीठे रस से परोरी राधा रानी लागे माने खैरो कैरो यमुना जीरो खाने लागे माने खैरो कैरो यमुना जीरो खाने लागे यमुना मैया खाड़ी खाड़ी राधा गोरी गोरी वृंदावन में धूम मचावे बरसाने की छोरी ब्रज धाम राधा जी की ब्रजदानी लागे ब्रजदानी लागे माने कैरो कैरो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे माने कैरो कैरो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे
Thank you, Shay, for that beautiful bhajan to Lord Krishna, one of the many youths of our temple. As Divya makes her way to the harmonium, I would like to ask Ryan to go on tabla, as we also have Brian on dolak. Thank you.
यशोमती मैया से बोली नंद लाला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला। यशोमती मैया से बोली नंद लाला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला। बोली मुस्काती मैया ललन को बताया, बोली मुस्काती मैया ललन को बताया। कारी अंधियारी आधी रात में तू आया, लाद लाख नैया मेरा हो, लाद लाख नैया मेरा काली करने वाला इसलिए काला। यशोमती मैया से बोली नंद लाला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला। बोली मुस्काती मैया सुन मेरे प्यारे, बोली मुस्काती मैया सुन मेरे प्यारे। गोरी गोरी राधिका के मेरे कर चला रे, काली नैन वाले ने हो, काली नैन वाले ने ऐसे जादू डाला इसलिए काला। यशोमती मैया से बोली नंद लाला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला, राधा क्यों गोरी मैं क्यों काला।
Thank you, Divya, for your rendition. As always, if you're interested in giving your contributions, please make your way towards the Kirtan Mandali, and we'll try our best to accommodate you. With that said, we'll jump right into our next bhajan, led by Shaya, and following them, I would like to ask Ambika to prepare her rendition. Thank you, Shaya, for your contribution. I would like to commend our host and sponsor, Shrimad and Srimati Hima and Nal Tulan, for providing us with bhojan and the opportunity to listen to the Mahima of Sri Krishna. These individuals are, of course, no stranger to us, as they've provided us a place to worship the feet of the divine and carry out our duties as Sanatani. At this time, as we listen to Ambika and her rendition, I would like to cue up Adia to sing the next rendition. Thank you.
जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला जय नंदलाल जय जय श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला जय नंदलाल जय जय मूर मुकुट से गन बन माला केशव विठल विठल गावे केशव विठल विठल गावे मूर मुकुट से गन बन माला केशव विठल विठल गावे केशव विठल विठल गावे वृंदावन की कुंज गलन में सबको नाच नचाए ओ सबको नाच नचाए श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला जय नंदलाल जय जय मूर मुकुट से यमुना किनारे दीन चिरावे माधव मदन मुरारे माधव मदन मुरारे राधे गोविंदा मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है जय नंद लाला जय गोपाल जय नंद लाला जय जय.
Thank you, Ambika, for that beautiful bhajan to Lord Krishna. Next, we have the pleasure of having Auntie Urmila and Sabrina this evening. So, two devotees of Pandit Neil. So, could you please cue up a rendition to go? As I would just like to take a moment to give a humble sitaram to all of you for coming this evening. And thank you for joining us at Maha Lakshmi Narayan Mandir for the 7th session of Bhagwat Katha. For all the online viewers who were not able to make it this evening, thank you for your viewership. What energy. Thank you, Sabrina. It's always an honor to have talented singers with us. And if I can now ask that we could hear from Auntie Irmela as she gives her rendition.
Let us kindly stand as we welcome our Vyas to his asan on the Sapta Divas, on the 7th session of Bhagavad Katha, as we ordinate our Vyasji to his asan. Om Hari Om Swasti na Indro Vridashtava Swasti na Pusha Vishwaveda Swasti nastariksho arishtanime Swastinam brihaspatirdadatu Om payang pratavyam paya oshadisho divyantarikshe Payurapang swastinam brihaspatihi Om Vishnu raratamasi Vishnu stapnastro Vishnu surasi Vishnu drovamasi Vishnave masi Vishnave tagavaha Om Narayanaya vidamahi Vasudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishnu prachodayata Namastute Vyasa Vishala Buddhi Pulara Yatapatra Nitraha Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnam Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipam Prem Vyas Bhagavan ki Jai. Kindly take your seat and back over to our Sabhapati.
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सबसे ऊंची सबसे ऊंची सबसे ऊंची Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare.
Thank you for that beautiful bhajan. Before we have opening arti, I would like to ask Anthony from Amargi to give his contribution. Once again, thank you for joining us, and for all those who just joined in, Sitaram, and welcome to our 7th session of Bhagavad Katha.
ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल और के दुख हरो है तुमने हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल और के दुख हरो है तुमने हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल और के दुख हरो है तुमने हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल तट पर श्याम मुरारी आए गोकुल की नर नारी जमुना तट पर श्याम मुरारी आए गोकुल की नर नारी जमुना जी है सुखी सुखी बैल है प्यासी गैया बुकी जमुना जी है सुखी सुखी बैल है प्यासी गैया बुकी आश लगा के सब बेटे आश लगा के सब बेटे आओ के ब्रज के बाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल और के दुख हरो है तुमने हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल तट पर श्याम मुरारी आए गोकुल की नर नारी। जमुना तट पर श्याम मुरारी आए गोकुल की नर नारी। जमुना जी है सुखी सुखी बैले प्यासी गैया भुक्ति। जमुना जी है सुखी सुखी बैले प्यासी गैया भुक्ति। आश लगा के सब बैठे हैं, आश लगा के सब बैठे हैं। आवो के ब्रज के बाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल। नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल। और के दुख हरो है तुमने हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल। ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी, ओ बनवारी कृष्ण मुरारी। नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल। नाथ नगर नंदलाल हमारे दुख हरो गोपाल। ओ हमारे भी दुख हरो गोपाल।
Thank you so much, Anthony. Now it is the time that we've all been waiting for. I ask that you all stand at this time as we commence opening Arti. And right after, I'll hand it over to my Guruji, Pandit Jigeshwar Sharma, the spiritual leader of this temple, as he introduces the Vyas for this evening.
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से तारती। जय जय भागवत भगवान की
हे आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
पंचम वेद निराला। नव ज्योति जगाने वाला।
ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मोती पंच ये पंचम वेद निराला। नव ज्योति जगाने वाला।
हरि गान यही
हरि गान यही वरदान यही।
पापियों को पाप से तारती। जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. Let us kindly bow. Gururbrahma Gururvishnu Gururevo Maheshwara Gurursakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Prem Sar Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. Satya Sanatana Vedika Dharma Ki Jai. Santan Ki Jai Jai Sitaram. Our most loved and revered Vyasji, Pandit Neel Dev Ji, Pandit Sharma Ji, my dear Brahmacharis in Mandir, our Shrotaganas, and to respected mothers and fathers, dear devotees of Maha Lakshmi Narayan Mandir, Swagatam, welcome to this, the 7th session of Bhagavad Katha. I thank my dear son Rish for leading us from the commencement of this evening program, managing our affairs in the sense of allowing appropriately renditions, bhajans, kirtan to flow in a devotional manner. And to all our musicians, let us put our hands together for them. Not only today, but throughout the week, all our master of ceremonies and misses of ceremonies, our musicians, and all our devotees have indeed allowed us to stay in Vrindavana, in a Naumi Sharan, in a holy tirth. I bow to all of them who are here today, tonight, and who is not with us, but was here throughout the yajna. Thank you so much for your love and support to complement our yajna. Tonight, my dear devotees, I do not want to be too long, but I want to once again thank Uncle Hemant and his Dharma Patni and his wonderful sisters and entire Palivar for hosting, for sponsoring this evening. The 7th session of Bhagavad Katha. This is our 3rd as a group and our first or second as a Mandir. I pray and ask that Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Govinda Bhagavan, continue to give us that strength and that dedication to continue to serve him. And of course, it's only in July we have performed Prana Pratishta and built our altar. It's our first yajna as a temple to propagate and to elevate dharma. Throughout the yajna, we had many Vyasa. And tonight, on the 7th session, we are blessed to have Pandit Neel Dev Ji. My dear devotees, he is no stranger to this community. He is no stranger to any one of us. He is not only a Pandit, but a very strong academic background. And he has been toiling many years, my dear Bhaktajano. He has his BSc in Computer Science from Western Governors University. And of course, he's a PMP, Project Management Certification individual. And many other hosts in that lineup. And doing all of that, he still have the time to officiate, to lend his service, and to serve Dharma. My dear devotees, his leadership role is impeccable. Back home, he's from Trinidad, originally migrated to Canada in the 80s, spent some time and life in Canada, building, serving Dharma, served in many temples, move away to the US, but he still has to come back here. He's back and forth with us. And tonight, my dear devotees, spiritual leader of many mandirs, out in Miami, here, and of course, he continued to serve. He's musically trained. He has been singing for half of his life or more. And of course, my dear devotees, among all others, he's a spiritual leader. We read many yagyas, very popularly, especially during the time of COVID, Shivoham. I don't know if it's getting more popular or less popular, but many would have known Padre Nildev because of Shivoham also, in the last episode of our pandemic. And he have continued every day and every evening to sing and to glorify our mind and thoughts. Tonight, the devotees of Maha Lakshmi Narayan Mandir, we are humbled to have your presence with us. We are thankful that you could have made it to be one of the Vyasa for this yajna. And tonight, Babaji, it's all over to you. Thank you so much for being here. And we hand this microphone over to you. Prem Solo Vyas Bhagwan ki jai.
Jai Jai Sitaram Sabko. Let's give Pandit Jageshwar ji a lovely round of applause. I ask all of you to sit upright. Jai Jai Sitaram Sabkoi. Namaste Sat Sri Akal. Jai Guru Datta Om Sai Ram. As we gently close our eyes, bring the feet, the lotus feet of Lord Ganesha to the center of our foreheads. O Lord, darling son of Mother Parvati, Bhagwan Shiva, we ask you, Lord, to remove of all obstacles, Viganeshwara, to clear the path of all of us and those who could not be here for one reason or the other, and those joining us virtually as well. As we commence this evening's 7th night of this beautiful Bhagavad Yajna, we seek the blessings of Vinayaka. Om Hari Om Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswati Namaha. Shri Guru Charana Kamale Bhyo Namo Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. As we walked into this beautiful ashram this evening, greeting us at the front door is that beautiful murti of Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata, the mother of this universe. We go before her feet. Now we touch her lotus feet and bring them close to our hearts as we glorify her. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvat Sadhike Sharanya Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Now, seated upon Mount Kailash, we as devotees, we look up to that Lord of this universe, Bholena, Shiva Shankarji, as we call upon him for his blessings this afternoon. Karapura Gauram Karunavataram Samsara Saram Bhujagendraharam सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि. Shri Ramaduta, Mahavir Swami, Pavanaputra Hanumanji, the God of strength, we call upon him tonight to bless us all as we seek his blessings. Atulit baladhamam ema shailabadeham danujaman krishanum jnaninam agraganyam सकल गुण निधानम वानराणाम अधीशम रघुपति प्रिय भक्तम वात जातम नमामि. मुरली वाले, घनश्याम, गोपाल, बांसुरी वाले, O Lord Krishna, we are here to celebrate you, your arrival tonight and tomorrow. O Lord, we blow that mystical air of the Basuri through each one of us tonight as we ask for your blessings. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमस्य धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम. बाके वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. With our eyes closed again, we go once more back to the feet of Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Shri Ram. Goswami Tulsidas ji writes in Balkan, chapter 1 of Ramayana, the very first sloka. This shloka glorifying Mother Saraswati, Mother Vani, the goddess of speech, to bless our tongues tonight as we begin to sing, to chant from the scriptures. Lord Ganesha and of course the sage Valmiki, Mangalashtakam. Goswami Tulsidas ji ne kaha, Varnanam artha sanghanam Rasanam chandasam api Mangalanam cha kartaro Vande Vani Vinayako Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwas Rupino Yabhyam Vinana Pashanti Siddha Swantastam Ishwaram Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankar Rupino Yamashrito hi Vakropi Chandraha Sarvat Vandatye Sitaram Gunagram Punyaranya Vrivahrino Vande Vishuddha Vigyano Kavishwar Kapishwara. प्रेम से बोलो भगवान रामचंद्र की जय. My dear devotees, it is customary that we glorify Bhagwan Shri Ganesha at the beginning of any auspicious occasion such as this. I worship day and night, the bhajan tells us, that elephant-faced Lord Ganesha, who is like the sun to the lotus face of Mother Parvati, the giver of many boons. The single-tusked Lord Ganesha, I salute to thee, give me a boon. ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरे बोलो
गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गं गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
प्रेम से बोलो गजानन स्वामी की। In a few weeks, we'll be celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi. Prepare yourselves, devotees. Now, from the feet of Lord Ganesha, we go next to the Guru. You all have a wonderful Guruji in this Mandir, my dear brother Pandit Jageshwarji. There's so much love in his heart for what he does in devotion and all of his brahmacharis as well. Wherever your gurus are, if they have gone to the beyond like my spiritual guru, I want you to bring that image of the guru to your mind this evening. If you've never had a spiritual guru, your mother and father, first gurus. My parents perhaps listening on tonight from Trinidad, Ma, Pa, Daddy, I say to you, Sitaram, Pandit Shri, Teacher Tulsi Prasad. Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba gave to mankind this prayer, his very first offering. The dust from the feet of the Guru is perhaps more holier than going to any of the holy sites, the tirths as it's called. We sing together. Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dustar bhav sagar taranam. Bolo! Manas bhajre Guru charanam Dustar bhav sagar taranam. Guru Maharaj, Guru Jai Jai.
Guru Maharaj, Guru Jai Jai.
Guru Maharaj, Guru Jai Jai.
Guru
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय।
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः।
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवो
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवो।
ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा
ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा।
मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर धरणम
मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर धरणम।
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय।
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय।
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमो
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः।
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवो
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवो।
मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर हरणम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। May the blessings of the Guru be upon one and all. My dear mothers, fathers, gurus, reverend pandits, panditas, uncles and aunties, nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters, friends and relatives, children. Blessed are we to be amongst each other tonight in this beautiful Bhagavad Yajna. May our paths always be filled with the love for God and free from all obstacles. That is my humble prayer to each and every one of you. To all the learned pandits who have graced this Singhasan night after night and yet to come and have shared their divine knowledge and love for God with you. May they all be blessed and protected by dharma. Dharmote rakshite rakshita, as our scriptures teaches us. And to all of you assembled here tonight in Maha Lakshmi Narayan Mandir and those joining us on the live broadcast as well over the world, we say Swagatam and welcome to this divine shrine. This university of bhakti and love, prema. As I walked in this evening, I could not help but look at the beautiful altar, the beautiful job that this organization has done. A few months ago, I think it was May or June, Babs, I was last year, and it was a small altar. Today we see what the work of love and dedication can do. Give them again a lovely round of applause. Beautiful. And speaking of love, it's this Tuesday, Mangalvar. It's a very auspicious day to worship whom? Pavanaputra Hanumanji, Lord and Master, the Lord of this age. We seek His blessings, love. May we always be under your protection and your guidance, O Mahabir Swami. Tonight as we play our musical instruments, many of you have brought your majiras and kartals and so forth. I want you to sing, I want you to chant, I want you to feel the energy. The night, the energy is ripe with divinity as we experience this positive vibration flowing from this beautiful altar this evening. Let us glorify our Prabhu, Mahavir Swami. Prem se bolo Pawan Putra Hanuman ki. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raju Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jodayako Palchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Moi Arahu Kalesh Vikar Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar Jai Kapis Tihu Lok Ujagar Ram Dut Atulit Balhama Anjani Putra Pavan Hari Bol Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi
सुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुवेशा आनंद कुंडल कुंचित केशा
हाथ वर और वज्रा विराज कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन
तेज प्रताप
विद्यावान पुनीयति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे
को रसिया
राम लखन सीता हरि बोल सूक्ष्म रूप
हरि सिया दिखावा विकट रूप धरि रंग जरावा
भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए संजीवन
लखन जियाए
श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए
रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत
बड़ाई
तुम मम प्रिय वर कहि
सहस्र बदन तुम्हारो यश गावे हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित जब कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लीलो तारी मधुर प्रभु मोरी मिली मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुरमय अनुग्रह तुम्हारे राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे भूत नया क्या बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक पाहो को आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ज्ञान सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, सुनते ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होई सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा, की जय नाथ जय महादेवा। पवन तनय संकट हरणम, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की, बजरंग बली की, महावीर स्वामी की। Let's give our musicians a lovely round of applause. Fantastic. Thank you all so much. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm sure over the past 6 or 7 nights you've been listening to this mantra, Om Namo, complete the rest. You all are amazing. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let us put this into song and I'll explain it for you. The powerful, the meaning and the auspiciousness of this mantra, especially during Shrimad Bhagwat Mahapuran. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bolo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. बाके वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. My dear devotees, it is indeed a blessing to be united with each and every one of you in divine prayer and to collectively chant the beautiful glories of the Lord in uplifting devotion, purifying the atmosphere with your divine love and positive vibrations. As we begin this evening, let us chant from the Sri Padma Purana, chapter 6, verse 27. It says, I have fallen into the ocean of repeated birth and death, samsara, and I am totally distressed. My karma is like crocodiles ready to bite me. Oh, ocean of mercy, please pick me up from the ocean of material existence. We sit upright, please. Samsara sagare magnam Dinam mam karunanidhe Karma grahya grittangam Maumudhava bhavamal Shrimad Bhagavatyakyam Prataksha Krishnai vahi Svikritosi maya nath मुक्त्यार्थं भवसागरहरे नमः संकीर्तं यस्य सर्वपापप्रसन्ननं प्रणमो दुःखसम्मानस्य तं नमामि हरिं परं तं नमामि हरिं परं तं नमामि हरिं परम् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Tomorrow night, as we approach this most beautiful festive celebration of the birth of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, I thought it would be appropriate tonight to touch firstly on what is the Bhagavatam or the Bhagavad Mahapurana. Let me ask you a question tonight. How many of you think the Bhagavatam is only focused on Lord Krishna or Shri Krishna? Well, we'll find out in just a moment. Then we'll focus on who this Bhagwan Krishna is and go into an incident relating to Parama Bhakti or the Gopikas, as well as sincere devotion and true surrender to his loving Chittachora, regardless of one's overall status. Then we'll fast forward to the moments just before Shri Krishna's departure from this earth and what golden words he left with us. In deep conversation between Krishna and Uddhava, at almost to the end of the Shrimad Bhagavatam, we'll look at for what is the purpose of being in satsang like we are tonight, listening to Bhagwan's glory. Many people ask the question, some Pandits will ask you, why do you come to satsang? Why do we attend satsang? To sing, to listen to good music, maybe for the food or the prasadam. The true prasadam is what is on the altar right here. And of course, sharing in love. That is prasadam. Because that prasadam, devotees, there's no price, it's priceless, it's infinite. There's a constant flow. There's an ultimate flow, an infinite flow. We come to satsang, we come to yajna to draw closer within. To go the goal of self-realization and to listen and digest. Digest one's life and achieve spiritual bliss and tranquility, which is called the Jivan Yatra. We asked the question, how did the Shrimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Puran come about? The story goes, even after composing the Mahabharata, the great sage Vyasmuni, he was not completely happy. And on relating his dissatisfaction to the sage Narad Muni, Vyasa was told that his restlessness was due to the fact that while in the Mahabharata, he fully propagated Karma Yoga, he neglected Bhakti Yoga, and that he should write something more in the glory of Narayan. Who is Narayan, by the way? Lord Vishnu. And this Mandir is called what? Maha, Lakshmi, Narayan Mandir. How auspicious. Devotees, it was at this suggestion that the sage Narad Muni said to the sage Vyasa to compile Shrimad Bhagavatam. The general impression is that Bhagavatam is a Purana of Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, it is not unnatural. What do we mean by this? You see, proper appreciation of this Mahapurana, we shall discover that Bhakti does dominate. Jnana and Karma have not also been neglected in this Bhagavatam. So you have Bhakti, Jnana and Karma Yoga. To put it correctly, this Mahapuran is the Sangam. You know what is Sangam? Sangam means the meeting place or the confluence. The Triveni of the three streams of Bhakti Yoga, Karma and Jnana Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. In India, we have a place called Triveni Sangam in Allahabad, where the three rivers meet, the Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Some of us may have been there. It is thus the Samanvya, the Samucha of all the three paths, all the three yogas contained in this glorious book. Devotees, Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha, Manamaya Mam Uprasta, Bhaya Vo Jana Tapasya, Put Mad Bhavam Agataha. A Karmin yogi free from attachment, free from fear and anger. A bhakta so absorbed in me, Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells us, taking refuge in me. A Jnana yogi purified in knowledge. And these qualifications of Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga have been attained from this holy text. As described in the Bhagavad Gita and also in Shrimad Bhagavatam, this samanvaya finds an appropriate place. Brothers and sisters, one great author said to many people, the Bhagavatam signifies only Krishna Avatara. But in several pravachans, one has heard in the 10th book, the 10th canto, it's dealt in a great deal of the wedding of Bhagwan Shri Krishna and Rukmini ji. We wouldn't go into that. Maybe next yagya we'll go into that. There are a few, quite however, that are familiar now with all the 10 avatars of the Lord. We speak of Lord Vishnu, Matsya being the first, and Kalki, yet to come, will be the last. But there are many more avatars in between the descents of Lord Narayana, who came onto this earth during these 3 yugas. And there are many beautiful stories. Time doesn't permit us to go into all of them. The first of them is the adoration of Bhagwan Shri Krishna by Kunti, where she says, Vipadaha Santunaha Shahasravaha, mean, may misfortune visit us continuously. There is a worship of Narayana by the child called Dhruva, and later the words spoken by the child Prahalad in praise of the Lord of Narasimha. One of the most beautiful passages in this Purana is a long conversation with Krishna and Uddhava, almost to the end of the book. So what is the Bhagavatam? It is a story of the Lord Narayan and the many forms he donned. For what? To establish dharma on this earth. There's a beautiful bhajan, it says, chant the names of Lord Gopala, Krishna, the one who tends to the cows, Lord of Radha. Repeat the names incessantly of Lord Krishna, who slayed the demon Madhu. Let us blend our voices as we sing. Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala, O Radhe Govind Gopala,
Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala,
O Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala.
Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala,
Govind Govind Gopala,
Govind Govind Gopala,
Govind Govind Gopala,
Govind Govind Gopala,
O Radhe Govind Govind Gopala,
Radhe Govind Govind Gopala,
O Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala. Hari Bol.
Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Radhe Gopala,
Krishna Madhusudhana, Madhusudhana Krishna,
Krishna Madhusudana, Madhusudana Krishna,
Krishna Madhusudhana, Madhusudhana Krishna,
Krishna Madhusudana, Madhusudana Krishna,
O Radhe Govind Govind Gopala,
Radhe Govind Govind Gopala,
O Sai Govind Govind Gopala.
Sai Govind Govind
Hari Bol. O Radhe Govind Gopala, O Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala. O Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala, O Radhe Govind Gopala, Jai Jai Govind Radhe Gopala. Bhakti Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Now that we have taken a quick understanding, a quick look at what is in this Purana, we ask ourselves as we prepare to greet him tomorrow as baby, Balakrishna. Who is Krishna? Krishna, the meaning of the name Krishna is the one who attracts. Keshava, the one who attracts. God incarnated as Krishna to charm humanity by his pranks. Anybody knows someone by the name of Keshava? My youngest son's name is Keshava. And boy, is he filled with pranks. This is how he draws attention. This baby, this boy, Keshava, plays his basuri. So sweet, with song. And simply, not for good music, not to entertain, but to show man the path of love. What is the shape of the basuri? It is straight. We'll come to that in a second. Krishna was born on the Ashtami. Tomorrow is the 8th day from the moon. Ashtami Tithi. During the dark night, the dark fortnight of the month. The effulgence of the Lord seen with greater effects. It is seen with greater effect when it is dark. If you travel through India, most of the murtis of Bhagwan Shri Krishna are black in color. It's dark. In this world, in a world of disorder, Krishna was born to establish order. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya chadushkitam, dharma sanstharpanathaya, sambhavami yuge yuge. This Ashtami, tomorrow, is associated with troubles and difficulties. So he comes to remove and to relieve us from troubles and difficulties. And when do troubles arise? When righteousness is forgotten, trouble entails. Krishna's advent signifies the dispelling of darkness, the removal of troubles, and the banishing of ignorance, the teachings of mankind, to gain what? Supreme wisdom. And we must understand properly the meaning of Krishna to celebrate his coming. First, Krishyati iti Krishnaha, or the one who cultivates is Krishna. Krishna cultivates in our hearts by removing the weeds of bad qualities, watering it with love, and then plowing it with sadhana and sowing the seeds of devotion. The second meaning of the word is Karshati iti Krishnaha. The one who attracts is Krishna. We just spoke of that. He attracts by enchanting his divine form, his nectarine speech, and his divine sports are action and saturated with love. His sweet words, he softens and calms the hearts of even those filled with hatred and makes them rejoice. Krishna always is in a state of bliss, and he bestows bliss upon his devotees. My dear devotees, due to these attributes, the sage Garga named him Krishna. The ordinary meaning of the word Krishna we just discussed, one who is dark. But people think of this meaning and forget the deeper, true meaning of the Lord's name. He is known as Virat Swarupa, which means this cosmic body. The cosmic body of the Supreme Being, which encompasses all of creation, not just some, all creations. And in order to prove that Virat Swarup is the presiding deities of all yagyas, Krishna related this story to Arjuna. The story says, Arjuna, one day I had taken the cows for grazing, and after a long time I became hungry. The Lord is speaking. I could hear the chanting of the Vedas from a distant place where a yajna was being performed. And I sent the gopikas, the gopalas, to go to that place and get some food. Devotees, how do you feel when you hear scriptures being chanted? As we walked into the Mandir this evening, we heard beautiful bhajans. Sometimes you travel across India, Babs, you've been, huh? You travel across India early morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock morning, pundits, scholars, they're chanting scriptures out loud, even through microphones. Sometimes even in certain cities you travel, they chant, Roman Catholics, they chant over the microphones. This is all praying to the same God. Sab paritranaya sadhunam, sab. In all the universes, he is known by one name. Sarvaloka Ekanatham. Devotees, Lord Krishna sent the Gopikas now to get some prasadam, to get some food. They went and they asked the Brahmins who were performing this yajna, give us some food now. The Brahmins told them that they had not yet offered the food to the yajna devata and they could not give it. They were very strict. The Gopalakas, they came now and they said this to Lord Krishna. And then I said, Lord Krishna, the men would not know the pangs of hunger. What does he mean by this? He says, go and ask the ladies. If the men don't give you the food, go and ask the ladies. They have a softer heart. They went back to the place again. And this time they went through the back door, unnoticed by the men who were in front. And they told the woman there, Mataji, Didiji, Gopala wants some food. And as soon as they heard the name of Gopal, what do you think they did? They took out the food in abundance and they gave it. They came running. They didn't give it to the guys. They came running in search of me. Lord Krishna is saying, he said the Brahmins tried to stop them from telling that the food had to be offered to the Yajna Devata first. The woman ignored them and came in search of me. He says, as soon as Virat Swarupa ate the food brought by them, the presiding deities of that Yajna, they were satisfied. Arjuna, that is how I became Yajna Swarupa. This was the Parama Bhakti of the Gopikas, devotees. You see, prema or love is nectarine in its sweetness. Bhakti, love for the God or the Lord, is the highest expression of devotion amongst the Gopikas. The Gopikas were the cowherds or the cowherdess of Gokulam, because they were saturated with the divine sweetness or this love for Bhagwan. They did not seek liberation or higher knowledge. The ecstasy derived from merely seeing Krishna is all that mattered. They did not get it from any other source. Narad Muni coined the phrase Parama Bhakti, supreme devotion, as described with the devotion of these Gopikas. So intense was their devotion that they used to go about highly intoxicated as persons who were unmindful of this world, because all they had in their mind was Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Leaving their homes now on hearing the music of Krishna's flute, they rushed into the forest where Lord Krishna was oblivious to everything. In their feelings of oneness, devotees, they became divine. They made no distinction between anything that was animate or inanimate. They saw divinity in everything. Tonight's first lesson, I ask all of us, when we leave this mandir tonight, see divinity in everything, in everyone, in every creature. Love all, serve all, as our beautiful Swami says. Remember ever the name of the Lord with agony of unfulfilled search, and remember every form with the agony of being forced to be away from Him. That yearning must be there, and the result will be certain. Brothers and sisters, let our minds ever dwell on Krishna. Sanctify every word and deed by filling it with the prema or the love of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, or whatever name or form you wish to give to the Lord that you love most. The gold of which an anklet is made upon can become the gold for a crown on the head of a temple image. All we need to do is to melt it and beat it into shape. So too, the waters of a river may be dirty, but the bhakta who sips in that mantra or stotram that we chant, or the pandits chant, the sacred sound of a prayer, transmute into a sacred tirtha, sanctified water. No need to go to the holy sites. We can do it right here at Maha, Lakshmi, Narayan, Mandir. Our body becomes healthy by exercise. Many of us go to the gym, and our mind becomes healthy by devout contemplation, by singing, by chanting. Panditji spoke about the 9 forms of devotion. One of the 9 forms is smaranam, chanting the name of Bhagwan, constant repetition. Joyfully, devotees, once we do these with love, our devotion will be accepted. A little story tonight, a kahani. What does faith and surrender look like? This is an episode now from The Priest and the Thief. Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba tells us this story. Once a Brahmin, whose profession was singing the glories of the Lord, was reciting Bhagavatam at the home of a patron. So this person called the Pandit, sit and chant Bhagavatam at my home. A thief broke into that house where this recital was going on, and he hid himself in the attic. Now, forcefully, he had to listen to the Bhagavatam because Panditji was chanting Bhagavat downstairs. The singer was describing the ornaments now worn by Krishna. And if you look at Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he has all these beautiful jewelries, the bangles and so forth. And the thief now thought that, maybe he should go and kill that lad instead, Krishna. Why? And rob him of all his nice ornaments. Instead of struggling for a little bit of jewelry here and there everywhere, let me just go and make one big haul and take everything Krishna has. He waited now for the Brahmin to finish his katha and left his home. The thief now, he followed him. He wanted to know where this boy named Krishna was. Therefore, he followed the Brahmin all the way home. And the Brahmin was very frightened, and he feared that he would lose even the small amount of dakshina that he just received from reciting Bhagavatam. He said to the thief, look, I don't have anything with me, just a little bit of dakshina. He said, no, I don't want anything material from you. I only want some information. Very smart fellow. He says, you were just telling the story to the lady in that home that Yashoda Ma adores Bhagwan Shri Krishna with all of these jewels, priceless jewels. I want to know where can I find him. The thief is saying this. Brahmin was in a fix, Cleverly, he told the thief, there's a book in my house where I keep all these particulars. Come with me, I'll share it with you. So he took the thief to his house and he looked in some book and he told the thief, he says, in Vrindavan, on the banks of the Yamuna, this in a green meadow, 2 boys will come there every morning to feed their cows. One dark, like the cloud with a flute, and the other fair in white silk. The dark one will have all the ornaments I described from that book. And the thief believed this story, and of course, he set out to Vrindavan immediately. He located this place, and he climbed up a tree and he waited now till morning for the boys to come. Devotees, the sun rose, and then he heard the melody of the basuri being played. And with the morning breeze now, the enchanting music could be heard closer and closer. The thief spotted 2 boys coming. Devotees, is a beautiful bhajan as Bhagwan Shri Krishna. He plays this basuri, oh Lord, I have in my own way established a stream of love between us. I beg of thee never to break this bond. Ever since I began to experience the love you have shown, O Lord, I have lost my mind and forgotten myself. The late Pandit Shri Hari Om Sharan gave us this beautiful bhajan. Let us blend our voices as we sing. Tu dena प्रीत तिहारी दाता तू देना प्रीत तिहारी तू देना प्रीत तिहारी दाता तू देना प्रीत तिहारी तू देना तू देना तू देना प्रीत तिहारी दाता तू देना प्रीत तिहारी जब से तुम्हें नेह लगाया जब से तुमने नेह लगाया मन में अपना आप भुलाया मन में अपना आप भुलाया तन में मन में इन सांसों में तू ही कृष्ण मुरारी मुरारी तू देना प्रीत तिहारी राधा तू देना प्रीत तिहारी जीवन, तू है जीवन, तू है मुक्ति, मैं हूँ बंधन, तू है मुक्ति, मैं हूँ बंधन, अपनी शरण में लेके मुझको विपदाएं सब तारी सब तारो, तू देना प्रीत बिहारी राधा, तू देना प्रीत बिहारी, तू देना, तू देना, तू देना प्रीत बिहारी राधा, तू देना प्रीत बिहारी, तू देना प्रीत बिहारी राधा, तू देना प्रीत बिहारी। जय हरे कृष्णा, जय हरे कृष्णा, गोवर्धन गिरिधारी बोल। जय हरे कृष्णा, जय हरे कृष्णा, गोवर्धन गिरिधारी। राधा मोहन राधा जीवन, राधा मोहन राधा जीवन, मंगल कुंज बिहारी, ओ बोलो मंगल कुंज बिहारी। जय हरे कृष्णा, जय हरे कृष्णा, जय हरे कृष्णा, जय हरे कृष्णा, गोवर्धन गिरिधारी, गोवर्धन गिरिधारी, गोवर्धन गिरिधारी। प्रेम से बोलवा के वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की Devotees, the story continues. The enchanting music of the Basuri, Tute na Prityati Haridata, can be heard closer and closer now. The thief spotted the two fellows coming. And he got down from the tree and he went near to them. The moment he saw them, devotees, he forgot himself for a moment. How would you feel when you come face to face with the Lord? He forgot himself for a moment. He folded his hands. The thief folded his hands and tears of joy began to flow from his eyes. You see, he had all the bad intentions, but the minute he comes in contact with Prabhu, all negativities go away. He wondered which wretched mother had sent these two radiant boys to meet him. You know, he said, Vigrahas chiseled to perfection. This is the description of the story from Swami, and loaded them with ornaments now on the riverbank. Since the thief had carefully listened to the story of Krishna as told by the Brahmin in that house, he noticed that Krishna was not wearing one particular piece of ornament described in Shrimad Bhagavatam. He even wanted to adorn Krishna with the missing ornament. So he wanted to find that missing ornament to go put it on the Lord, devotees. You see, he wanted to steal that ornament just so that he can get a sight of the Lord's contented heart. Just as the clouds cover the bright sun, wicked thoughts developed in his mind again. And he approached the boys now. He wanted to kill them. Shouting, "Stop!" he held on to the hand of Krishna. And the moment he touched Lord Krishna's hands, what do you think happened? All his previous karmas wiped away in an instant. A thief. In an instant. This is the power of our Lord. This is the power of what we are doing here today. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. Devotees, Lord Krishna, he said, "Who are you?" Lord Krishna says, "Leave my hands. I am frightened by your looks." The Lord is saying this. "I am frightened by your looks." And the thief told Lord Krishna, "It is my evil mind which is reflected in my face. If you are frightened, I shall go away." And Krishna then told the thief, "Have you forgotten the purpose for what you have come or for which you have come?" Lord Krishna knows everything. "Here, take my ornaments," he's saying. "Take the jewelry. Isn't this what you wanted?" Confused now, the thief said, "Will not your mother scold you if you give away that gift?" So he's now concerned about Bhagwan. When you go back home, you're going to get licks because you lost your jewelry. He said, "Don't worry about that. I have plenty of them at home. I'm a bigger thief than you." Lord Krishna is saying this. "I am a bigger thief than you." What does Lord Krishna, what does he thief? What does he steal? Huh? Our hearts. You feel the love of Lord Krishna tonight? stealing our hearts here at Maha Lakshmi Narayan Mandir. Wait till tomorrow night. Devotees, you see, Lord Krishna is educating him now. He says, I'm a bigger thief than you. But there's a difference between you and me. However much I steal, the owners never complain. The owners, we don't complain. Lord, take my heart. I would never complain. He says, I am lovingly called Chitta Chora. Remember this word, Chitta Chora. He says, though you are not aware of it, O thief, you have a previous ornament in your possession. And what is that ornament? A priceless ornament. The chitta. What is the chitta? The mind. We all have it. It's a priceless ornament. Money can't buy this. There's no computer chip. I'm an IT guy. There's no computer chip that can replace this chitta. Most powerful human computer brain. Don't even say computer. No class. No comparison. He says, I shall steal it now and take the same with me. So saying so, the boy is vanished. Devotees, the thief found to his surprise now a full bag of ornaments on his shoulder. You see how the Lord works? He gave him a full bag of ornaments. Go. He brought it now to the Brahman's house, who had given him all this information. And he told the Brahmin what had happened. The Brahmin became very frightened. He took the thief inside and he opened up the bag. To this utter amazement, he saw all the ornaments that were described in the Shrimad Bhagavatam being worn by Lord Krishna in this thief's bag. Shedding tears of joy now, the Brahmin asked the thief to take him to that place. He wanted to go now. Take me to that place where you saw that dark fellow, referring to Lord Krishna. The thief obliged, and they both now went to the same spot on this river in Vrindavan. And the thief now was looking for this boy the next day. Suddenly the thief exclaimed, he says, look, Panditji, there they come. However, the Brahmin could not see anyone. Why? Why, devotees? Why do you think this? Even the thief could see, but the Brahmin couldn't see. Why? Stricken with remorse now, he said, Swami, when you give darshan to a thief, why not me? Brahmin is speaking to Lord Krishna now. Couldn't see him yet. He says, you gave darshan to a thief. Why not me? I chant your mantras, sing your prayers all day. If you do not give darshan to me, guess what? I shall end my life. Krishna then told him, he says, you are reading Bhagavatam as if it were just another story. I repeat, Lord Krishna says to the Brahmin, he says, you are reading Bhagavatam just as it's another story. And the thief, on the other hand, believed what you had told him. He believed what you had told him and went in search of Bhagwan and found Bhagwan. But you were not fully confident. I manifest for those who surrender to me. I repeat, words of Bhagwan Shri Krishna in Bhagavatam. I manifest for those who surrender to me. Tonight I ask all of you to raise your right hand. Come on. Go out to the feet of Bhagwan Shri Krishna tonight. Touch his feet. Say, Bhagwan, I surrender to you, and bring him and place him in this heart. Place him right here, devotees. And keep him in there. Don't let him go. Do not let him go. You see, Radharani taught us a great, I'll diverge for a second. Radharani taught us a great lesson. You probably heard this story before. They were playing, in Vrindavan one day, Lord Krishna and Radhaji. And Radhaji, good to see you as well. Namaste. And they were playing, this game in the Caribbean we call Ring Around the Roses. You ever played this game? Right? You lock your fingers like this and you spin in a circle and see who can get away first. So while playing this game now and they're spinning around, Radharani said to Lord Krishna, Gopal, he said, yes, Radha, marry me now. Radha, come on, we are friends, let's continue playing now. He didn't take her on. After a few rounds again, she said to him, Ghansham, he said, yes, Radha, marry me now, boy. Krishna says, no, I don't have time, I'm very busy, don't worry. And then she said to him, Krishna, things get serious now. He says, marry me now. He says, no, Radha. And after a couple rounds, they were going very fast now. Lord Krishna let her hands go and he began to run. And while he was running, Radharani gave him a good scolding. You know what she said to him? She didn't call him Krishna. She says, Ghansham, you can escape. While you can escape from the grip of my hands, you will never escape from the chambers of my heart. While you can escape from the grip of my physical hands, you will never escape from the chambers of my heart. Devotees, if you take something away from this 7 nights of Bhagavatam, let Lord Krishna remain in your hearts and never let him go. You know why? When he remains in our hearts, every thought, every word and every action becomes sanctified, become with a stamp of approval of God. You can never go wrong. Prem se bola ke Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. This beautiful bhajan we sing tonight. E minor? Okay. O Lord Krishna, the beloved Prince of Mother Yashoda, you are the captivator, the stealer of hearts of devotees. Their chitta, this mind, the spiritual heart, which is in the seat of consciousness, you are the stealer of butter. Chitta chora Yashoda ke baal, Navanit chor Gopal. Haribol!
Chitta chora Yashoda ki baal, Navanit chor Gopal.
Gopal, 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 Govardhan Dhar Gopal. Hey Giridhar Gopala, hey Giridhar Gopala, hey Giridhar Gopala. Hey Giridhar चित चोरा यशोदा के पार, नवनीत चोर गोपाल. हरि बोल. गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल. हे गिरिधर गोपाला, हे गिरिधर गोपाला, हे गिरिधर गोपाला, हे गिरिधर गोपाला, हे गिरिधर गोपाला. चित चोरा यशोदा के बाल, नवनीत चोर गोपाल.
यशोदा की बात नवनीत चोर गोपाल.
चित चोरा यशोदा के बाल, नवनीत चोर गोपाल. प्रेम से बोलो के वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. राधे राधे. Tonight, we sang the Hanuman Chalisa earlier. From age to age, Bhagwan is present in myriad forms. Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba says, through seva, sadhana, Hanuman attained identity with Rama. As the river identifies with the sea, in this case you have the river identifying with Lake Ontario here, I believe. Arjuna too considered every act a sadhana to attain the grace of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. For Krishna directed him to fight on, ever keeping him in the memory. What did he say? Ma manusmara yuddhayaccha. Keep me in your memory. You too should keep God in every fragment of your mind as the pace setter. Put him first. Whether you are serving patients in the hospitals or whether you are cutting the grass outside in the streets. That is the tapas, the highest form of sadhana. And more than listening to 100 lectures or delivering them to others, offering one act for genuine seva attracts the grace of God. Anyone not know the meaning of seva in the audience? See me afterwards. Selfless service to humanity, service to God. Devotees, when we speak of God, we speak of service, selflessness. I want to take you real quick. We're going to diverge. I know we're doing Bhagavatam. But we are speaking of the love for God, and we're going to cross-reference now over to Ramayana for a quick second. You all remember the story in Sundarkand, in the Katha, when Hanumanji uprooted all the trees in the Ashok Vatika, the priceless garden, which was hand-manicured of Ravana. And he was temporarily captured. Nobody can capture Hanumanji. Temporarily captured for a reason. And was taken into the courts of Ravan. Ravan said to him, "Tum kaun ho, Vanar? Who are you, monkey?" He addressed him as a monkey, not a Vanar. He said monkey. "And by whose might and wrath have you destroyed my priceless grove? Furthermore, what? Did you not hear my name? Did you not know who I am?" Ravan is speaking. "For what offense did you kill all these demons? Tell me." He called him a fool. He said, "Fool, you're not afraid of losing your life?" Devotees, we transgress to Ramayana. Beautiful for a second. B major. प्रेम से बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम सुनो रावण ब्रह्मादिक आया पाई जासु बल विरचित माया जाबल शीस धार भाषण अंधकोश समेत गृहाना बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय सिखावन दाता प्रेम से बोलो everybody श्री राम जय जय Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Devotees, Ravan asked Hanumanji, who are you? Hanumanji never responded by his name. What did he say? Main Ramaduta. I am a servant of Bhagwan. His name came last. Sometimes you ask people their names, they read out all of their accolades and acclamations. Great, nothing is wrong with that. But first and foremost, he was Ramadut. Sunu Ravan, he says, listen Ravan. Brahmananda Niyaka Pai Jasu Pai Birachiti Maya, and without any sort of Maya, without any false pride. He said, oh 10-headed monster. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva carry on their respective functions of preservation, creation and destruction. By whose might? Shahasasana. Who's Shahasasana? Sri Hari, Lord Vishnu. He glorifies Lord Vishnu here in this part of the Katha. Lord Vishnu, again coming from Shrimad Bhagavad Mahapurana. He says, it is his, by his will, that this globe, the globe spins, the universe is created, everything is created and destroyed. Just doing some research from this great text again. Bhagavad Mahapuran, devotees, we all say that we have learned, as a matter of fact, that Brahma is the creator of this universe. Lord Brahma is the creator, Lord Vishnu is the preserver, and Lord Shiva is the destroyer. But where did Brahma come from? Where did Lord Brahma originate from? From the navel of Lord Vishnu, Sri Hari himself. So, time doesn't permit us to go into all of that depth, but I wanted to bring and cross-reference to you the similarities of Rama and Krishna by going into Ramayana for 1 second. When we look at the Rama avatar and the Krishna avatar, which we'll celebrate tomorrow night, and what the Bhagwan taught us in Bhagavatam, the various yugas, similarities, both Rama and Krishna, avatars of Sri Hari, 1718. Devotees, in Treta and Dwapar Yuga respectfully, both are Purushottam, meaning the ideal and best amongst men. They are the ideal sons, the ideal rulers, the ideal husbands, and practically the epitome of the ideal character in every single way. Now let us look at the differences. Sri Ram is Maryada Purushottam. He taught us how to establish righteous conduct and moral within oneself. Sri Krishna is Naya Purushottam. He taught us what follows when Maryadas in society start to break down, when righteousness breaks down and there's moral corruption. Sri Ram showed us how to establish the Ram Raja of ultimate peace and happiness. He established dharma. Sri Krishna showed us how to protect dharma in adverse times. Sri Ram is like our father teaching us to walk. Sri Krishna is like that father who lifts you up when you fall or you encounter any obstacles in your path. Both are Taranhar of their own time, and both will guide us through their charitra always. And as promised by Lord Vishnu himself, he will come every time humankind needs him. He's going to come at the end of this age of Kali as Kalki Avatar. We've just covered this many times and I'm sure you've heard it. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Every time there's loss of dharma, an increase of adharma on this earth, with the increase in the number of sinners and the rise in evil, he will come to protect pious souls and re-establishing this declining dharma. He says, I shall take the form from time to time. In conclusion tonight, for the past few days, you have been listening to Shrimad Bhagavad Mahapurana, and all of this will be useful if we put into practice at least one or two of these aspects. Promote the aspects of divine love. You should make an effort to promote the divine total love that emanates from the depths of our hearts. Get rid of narrow ideas and promote God's love. Have no time to still speak anyone. Speak about God instead. Do not let this sacred opportunity, this yajna, slip out of our hands. Take advantage, take every opportunity, and make every effort to make good use of this opportunity. Finally, this last statement. Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba explains the eternal longing of man. What is the eternal longing of man? I want peace. 3 words. I want peace. And he says, how can one attain peace? I want peace. First, take out the I. What is the I? The I is ego. I want peace. So we take out the ego. Want is desires. Take out the want. And what is left? Peace. So you see, remove the ego, remove the desires, and you gotta get peace. Prem se bolo Bhagwan Shri Krishna Chandra ki Jai. Our final bhajan tonight, glorifying Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And thank you all so lovingly for being part of this yagya. And Panditji, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to sit amongst you, to sing and to glorify and to read from our scriptures. I want all of you to sing one of my favorite singers, the late Pandit Shri Hari Om Sharanji. Hare Kanha re, more Kanha, more Kanha. Hare Kanha re, more Kanha, more Kanha. मन में लगनिया लगाई के मुरली सुनाई के कान्हा छुपे हो कहा, हो कान्हा छुपे हो कहा। मन में लगनिया लगाई के मुरली सुनाई के कान्हा छुपे हो कहा, हो कान्हा छुपे हो कहा। अरे कान्हा रे मोरे कान्हा, मोरे किसको सुनावे किसको दिखा दे, दिल के हमार हो, दिल के दर्दिया हमार हो। हर किसको सुनावे किसको दिखा दे, दिल के दर्दिया हमार हो, दिल के दर्दिया हमार हो। दुनिया बिताने तो भी ना माने, काहे को दीने विसार रे, काहे को दीने विसार रे। मन के तपनिया भुजाई के दर्शन दे आई के, अब ना ही हमको सता हो, अब ना ही हमको सता। हरि बोल। मन में लगनिया लगाई के मुरली सुनाई के, कान्हा छुपे हो कहा, हो कान्हा छुपे हो कहा। मुरली बजैया हो बाके कन्हैया, भक्तों की कृष्णा मुरार हो, भक्तों की कृष्णा मुरार हो। मुरली बजैया हो बाके कन्हैया, भक्तों की कृष्णा मुरार हो, भक्तों की कृष्णा मुरार हो। रास रचैया हो लाज रखैया हो, हमरे भी खाजल सवार रे, हमरे भी खाजल सवार रे। हमरे नयनिया समाई के मुरली लगाई के, अपनी शरण में लगा हो, अपने शरण में लगाए। मन में लगनिया लगाई के मुरली सुनाई के, कान्हा छुपे हो कहा, हो कान्हा छुपे हो कहा। अरे कान्हा रे मोरे कान्हा, मोरे कान्हा। अरे कान्हा रे मोरे कान्हा, मोरे कान्हा। ओ मोरे कान्हा, ओ मोरे कान्हा। से बोलो बाके वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। कथा विसर्जन होतु है, सुनहु वीर हनुमान, रामा लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण। एक घड़ी आदो घड़ी आदो में पुनियाद, तुलसी संगत साधिके हटे खोट अपराध। श्रोता सब आसम गए शंभु गए कैलाश, रामायण मम हृदय महा आन करहु तुम पास। परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं, परमात्मा इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदातं, बाबा विभूतिं इदमाश्रयामि। परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं। प्रेम से बोलो बाके वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। राधे राधे। कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद। Thank you devotees. With love I say to you, thank you. God bless you. Jai Jai Shri Krishna. Paniji.
Prem Sura Vyas Bhagwan ki jai. Let us put our hands together for Lord Vyas Ji devotees. Once more tonight, as Vyas Ji Nildev have diluted our scripture, have delivered in his own way and own style, we pray and ask Bhagavan, Ganesh Baba, Saraswati Ma continue to bless you and continue to give you health and strength and the wherewithal to continue to serve dharma. We are fortunate, we are humble, and we are thankful in this Mandir Baba once again to have you with us here tonight, to share and to deliver in your own style and own way. And to all the various Vyasa throughout the night, especially to our devotees. You know, when you're a priest of a temple, it's a real delicacy to listen to others and to have a flavor of different style and different way. And I hope and pray the blessings of Bhagavan Shri Krishna have quenched our thirst as devotees of this Mandir, as servants of Sanatan Dharma, to listen to so many Vyasa from the Mahatyam way on, and tomorrow, of course, Janama Ashtami. Thank you so much to all our Vyasa. I want to encourage you, please join us tomorrow evening as we continue to revel at the feet of Bhagavan. This Bhagavad will come to a conclude, not to say we don't have service tomorrow, but Janama Ashtami at 6 p.m. we condense our puja. Every day we start puja a little earlier. Tomorrow we start a little later because it's Janama Ashtami. We want to go until midnight as normal we would do. We'll have our Katha, our puja, we'll have kirtan, we'll have our Vyasa. Pandit Shrikanta Acharya Ji will be with us tomorrow evening for deliverance of Katha, and also Pandit Nildev Ji will join us also tomorrow evening. So please come out, please be with us. And of course we'll have our pravachan, we'll have our puja, we'll have kirtan, and soon after we'll have offerings of prasadam, etc. We'll try to grasp that midnight hour. As Baba would have mentioned, where Bhagavan Shri Krishna took advent into this world. My dear devotees, if there's one thing we can learn, there's so much of inspiration from tonight's Katha, and for me to summarize, or for me to highlight, but whatever makes sense for you, whatever is that defining moment with you or for you or by Bhagavan Shri Krishna and you, let that magnify in your life. Bhagavan says, among all things, Baba rightly said, he's the biggest thief. And he steal away all our pain, our agonies, our sickness, of the fragmentation of mind and thoughts, among every other thing. Bharachitta Chora Vrindavan Sahara. He is in the Bharachitta. He is the biggest stealer of our chitta. Oh man, for your consciousness to prevail, for that consciousness to be with us, please continue to worship Him. I thank each and every one of you for coming out night after night, inclusive tonight, School reopened here earlier today with most of our children. They were there, they're here. I'm very thankful. Most of them not here because maybe they're very tired first day, etc. But we're very, very thankful to have them. Some of them are starting school tomorrow, the day after. All sorts of different things, but we are thankful for them, our parents, for always being here to support our dear host, Pitaji Hemant, and his family for tonight. Dear devotees, I won't keep you much longer, but Bhagavan Kripa and mercy be with all of you. Thank you once again, Baba, for being with us. And please join us tomorrow evening as we continue to revel after Janmashtami. As Baba rightly mentioned, Ganesh Chaturthi is coming up from the 18th. We'll have 10 evenings of puja, 18th to the 27th. 10 evenings of puja and adoration of Abhishekam to Lord Ganesha. And the 28th is Purnamasi. Then, of course, we have Pitra Paksh commences. 15 days of adoration to our Pitras. The very first 3 nights, 29, 30, and the 1st. We have Pitra Paksh Garupuran reading in Mandir. Please join us to celebrate our Pitras, our ancestors, our Parampara. And of course, soon after Pitra Paksh, Shad Navratri commence on the 15th of October. So it's a wonderful sessions of adorations to cleanse, to purify. Shri Krishna come into our world to enhance and to lift us up. In the same manner, He protects the inhabitants of Braj. He will continue to lead us on this safe, dharmic, righteous path. Prem Sura Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. Let us kindly stand for Aarti. As we conclude, we'll hand you over back to our Gandharvas. Yani Kaniksha Papani Janamantar Kritanischa Tani Tani Vinakshante Pradakshanaya Pade Pade.
श्यामा तेरी आरती कन्हैया तेरी आरती सारा संसार करेगा कर जोर के राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला श्री राधे 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 गोपाला राधे 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 गोपाला। सिर पर सोहन मुकुट विराजे गल बैजंती माला साजे सिर पर सोहन मुकुट विराजे गल बैजंती माला साजे और पुष्पन के हार करेगा कर जोड़ के श्यामा तेरी आरती कन्हैया तेरी आरती सारा संसार करेगा कर जोड़ के राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला श्री राधे 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 गोपाला
राधे 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 गोपाला।
ब्रह्मादिक तेरो यश गावे नारद शारद ध्यान लगावे ब्रह्मादिक तेरो यश गावे नारद शारद ध्यान लगावे और करे जय जयकार करेगा कर छोड़ के श्यामा तेरी आरती कन्हैया तेरी आरती सारा संसार करेगा कर ओ राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला
राधे गोपाला
राधे 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 गोपाल
राधे 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 गोपाल
मैं हूँ दीनन दुखिया भारी आया हो प्रभु शरण तिहारी मैं हूँ दीनन दुखिया भारी आया हो प्रभु शरण तिहारी रखियो लाज हमार करेगा कर छोड़ के श्यामा तेरी आरती कन्हैया तेरी आरती सारा संसार करेगा कर
छोड़ के
ओ राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला
राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला
श्री राधे 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 गोपाला
राधे 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 गोपाल
ओ प्रेम सहित जो आरती गावे राधा माधव के पल पावे प्रेम सहित जो आरती गावे राधा माधव के पल पावे पाए सुयस अपार करेगा कर छोड़ के श्यामा तेरी आरती कन्हैया तेरी आरती सारा संसार करेगा
कर छोड़
ओ श्यामा तेरी आरती कन्हैया तेरी आरती सारा संसार करेगा कर जोड़ के राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला
राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला
श्री राधे 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 गोपाला
राधे 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 गोपाला
जय भागवत भगवान की ये आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती
भागवत
भगवान की ये आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती
ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला हरि गान यही वरदान यही हरि गान यही जग के मंगल की आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय जय भागवत भगवान की ये आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती
Let us all join in prayers. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यज्ञपूजितं मया देवा परिपूर्णं तरस्व मे त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणा त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. Please bow. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत्. प्रिंस बोलो कृष्णा कन्हैया लाल की जय. शिव शंकर भगवान की जय. जगदम्बे माता की जय. सत्य सनातन वैदिक धर्म की जय. संतन की जय जय सीताराम.
Please, dear devotees, thank you so much for being here with us. Please participate with your arti. Prasadam, bhojan once again. Bhojan is being provided by our wonderful hosts, Shriman and Srimati Tulyan, Auntie Nal, Uncle Hemant, and your wonderful family. Please participate, eat something before you leave. And once again, dear devotees, please join us tomorrow evening as we continue to revel and celebrate the defeat of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Krishna Janama Ashtami. Once again, thank you to all you wonderful souls, those in house and those online, for being with us night after night. Please continue to follow us, be with us in satsang virtually or physically. Bhagavan Kripa and mercy with all of you. Once again, thank you so much, Vyasji. Thank you to all you wonderful souls. Pitaji Amar, thank you for coming out once again. Thank you.